The man simply mixed the luminescent powder thoroughly and made an unexpected discovery. Patterns previously invisible to the naked eye instantly appeared under ultraviolet light illumination. The man then completely immersed a coin in the mixture and sent it to the museum. When the museum curator saw this precious ancient coin, he unsuspectingly picked it up with his bare hands and began examining it carefully. Meanwhile, the man's accomplice held photographic equipment, appearing to take random continuous shots, but actually using laser beams to target the temperature sensor at the bottom of the display case. When the display case's temperature detector was activated, the Declaration of Independence stored inside was immediately transferred by the security system to the underground vault. Upon learning of this situation, the museum curator immediately rushed to the vault and activated the input panel, unaware that as he pressed the keys, the luminescent powder was also adhering to the key surfaces. The man, meanwhile, disguised himself as a technical maintenance worker and infiltrated the museum interior under the pretense of checking security equipment. He then removed the technician's uniform in the restroom, instantly transforming into an ordinary visitor, and calmly walked into the reception scene, taking advantage of the museum curator's conversation with others. He switched his glass with the curators. The man immediately rushed to the restroom and dropped fingerprint collection fluid onto a medical cotton ball. As the chemical reagent gradually evaporated, the museum curator's fingerprint traces became clearly visible. The man then put on an artificial thumb covering and successfully replicated a clear fingerprint impression, planning to use the copied fingerprint to activate the elevator leading to the vault. However, if identification failed, it would result in special forces immediately storming in. Fortunately, the elevator door lock activated successfully. The man finally observed the characters on the keys using the ultraviolet light source. When the accomplice learned about the character information on the keys, he decoded the precise arrangement of the vault password. As the man entered the password into the system, the 10-1 vault door was successfully opened. However, just as the man was about to steal the Declaration of Independence, the accomplice responsible for external surveillance suddenly lost communication. This unexpected situation immediately threw both into panic, combined with the excessive number of mounting bolts on the frame that left no time for dismantling. The man had no choice but to take the entire framework along. But as the man waited for the elevator, someone suddenly pushed open the emergency exit across from him. It turned out this group consisted of rival competitors they had encountered. Unlike the man, however, all three of them carried actual weapons and ammunition, planning to openly rob the Declaration of Independence from the man's hands. Fortunately, the man reacted quickly. However, because the reverse side of the Declaration of Independence concealed a shocking major secret, the man removed the Declaration of Independence in the elevator and hid it on his body. But just as the man was secretly leaving the museum, he was unexpectedly noticed by the museum curator. What no one anticipated, however, was that even until the man left the museum, the curator did not stop him because he too wanted to discover whether the legendary treasure map truly existed on the back of the Declaration of Independence.